Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we want to discuss about the question asked in 2018 in Calcutta University for semester 1. This is the CC2 that consists in mechanics. Already mathematical methods 2018 and 2019 are covered. You can refer to this in the given link given in the description box. So let's start with the CC2 paper of Calcutta University of semester 1 for physics honors. This is the part of mechanics. Okay, so look at the question at a glance. That is 2018 question CC2, full marks was 15. There is you want to solve question number 1 of for 5 question and any other from the rest. Okay, so do yourself at first, after you can watch this video. This is question number 1A, B, C, D, E, F. Among this you need to solve 5, and this is question number 2, A, 2B, C, sorry, 2A, 2A, B, and this is 3A, 3B, C, 4A, B, 4C, 5A, 5B, 5C, 6A, B, C, and 7ABC, all among this. So let's start to solve the question one by one. First question says that so that for a body variable mass, the body with mass is variable, moving with momentum p, momentum will be p, acted upon the external force, then this will be the relation. So the external force, you know, dp dt, that is the rate change of the linear momentum. So you can write ddt of m into t. What is the t? T is the kinetic energy, so this will be half mv square. So you can write half m square, v square can be written as v dot v. So m is the scalar quantity, you can take mv dot mv dot, this will gives you p dot p. So if you derivative half p dot p, half p dot p is dp dt dot p, p dot dp dt. These two are can be alternate, so you get dp dt dot p, and dp dt is safe, so you can prove this easily. Go to the next question. For a kind of rigid body, will angular momentum and angular velocity always parallel? Angular momentum and angular velocity always parallel. What kind of rigid body? So, for the symmetric rigid body, you can say this will be the always parallel, because Lx is the Ixx, Ixy, Ixz with that matrix. So Lx will be Ixx omega x, Ixy omega y, Ixz omega z. So you can see here Lx is dependent on omega x, omega y, omega z. These three are along three direction. But when this off diagonal is 0, only Ixx, Iyy, Izz is present, then Lx will be directed along omega x. Then you can say this L and omega are the parallel. So this can be possible in case of the symmetric body, where this principal moment of inertia are present and the product of inertia term will be absent. So in case of symmetric rigid body, about the principal axis, the angular momentum and angular velocity always be parallel. Clear? Go to the next one. What do you mean by internal bending moment? Explain with diagram. If this is a bar, and if you weight in the, if you bend into that direction, you can see here the length of the middle point will be same. Here the outer side will be extended and this inner side will be constructed. This is here two filaments are at the equal distance for the natural axis. If you take in the equal distance in both sides, so this can be act as a torque, and the resultant of this system couple consists when this called internal bending moment, and this couple is the force into distance. This is known as the internal bending moment. Clear? Go to the next question. I cannot solve this question at the moment. Next question, determine whether the force is conservative or not. So for conservative, the curl of this vector will be 0. So you can see here the curl of this vector, that is del x, del y, del z, and a vector coefficient of I cap coefficient of j cap and this coefficient of k cap. So I cap del y of this and minus j cap I cap del y of this minus del z of this. Del y of this will be minus x and del of z of this will be also minus x. This will be 0, this will be 0 and this will be also 0. Since this is the 0, so you can say here f is conservative. Go to the next one. A solid sphere and a solid cylinder having the same mass of radius as are started at the height at the same instant or roll down. So there is two condition, we can roll a solid sphere or a solid cylinder. So in general we can say here by conservation of energy, potential energy will be converted into kinetic energy. So the potential energy is mgh and kinetic energy will be there. This is the translational kinetic energy half mv square and half I omega square is the rotational kinetic energy. And this rotational kinetic energy can be written as I equals to k into mr square. K is the constant and this will be differ for shape of this material, and omega can be written as v square by r square. So if you rearrange half mv square is a common, so 1 and this gives you k because this r square cancel out. So from this you can write v equal to 2gh 1 plus k. And for solid sphere this moment of inertia is 2 by 5 mr square about the diameter, and for solid cylinder this will be half mr square. So for solid sphere this k is equal to 2 by 5, this constant is 2 by 5, and for solid cylinder this constant is half, this c for cylinder. So you can see here for cylinder this constant is higher, since k is higher the velocity will be lower, that's why the velocity of the cylinder will be lower compared to the solid sphere. Since velocity of the sphere will be larger, then it takes lower time, so it will be reach faster. Clear? So that's why the solid sphere will be reach faster compared to the solid cylinder. Go to the next question. In two dimension, a coordinate system u is given as y minus x and v is given as y plus x, where x, y, z is Cartesian coordinate. If particle n started from the rest position this under this friction force, write down the acceleration a, u and nv in this system and set up the equation of motion of the system and then solve this equation of motion so that the path of the particle indicating clearly u cap v cap and drawing the uv coordinate system on the top of xy system. Okay, so any position vector can be written as I cap x plus j cap y. Since this is on the xy plane we can take only 2 and put the x and y value, we can change into xy by this y equals to y minus x, v equal to y plus x. So if you add you will be get y and if you subtract you will be get x. So after getting xy you put here and you can get u cap and v cap by just derivative with respect to u, this r vector with respect to u derivative you get this, and with respect to v if you derivative you will be get this, and after once to magnitude you will be get unit vector along v cap v and unit vector along u will be similarly you get these two value. After getting these two value you will can rearrange them. This is the root 2 u cap equal to this and root 2 v cap equal to this. We get from here root these two cancel out, you give this gives 1 by root 2, so root 2 will be multiplied with that. So you will get I cap plus j cap and I cap minus j cap. Then if we add this add and subtract you will be get two constant, that is I cap and j cap in terms of u cap v cap. So put this I cap and j cap here in this equation, you will be sorry just put this I cap j cap and rearrange it. Then in terms of u cap and v cap you will be get this two term 1 by root 2 u cap plus v cap. This is the position vector. Okay, then what will be the velocity? Velocity will be dr dt and this gives you this, and since u cap will be constant because u cap is the I cap plus j cap, since I cap j cap both are constant, so derivative with respect to time this also vanishes. That's why we get only two terms here and oscillator only this. So the u component of this acceleration will be u double dot by root 2, and the v component of the acceleration will be v double dot root 2. Go to the next question. Sorry, next part. The equation of motion will be like that: mass into acceleration is the force, so this will be mass into acceleration term, and the force is given here. This force. So just compare these two and just put the value of x, and this is the I cap is the x cap, and j cap is the y cap. After putting this value and comparing, you get these two equation, and this can be solved in this manner. And using this boundary condition, you will be get the value of this constant a, b and c, d. B will be 0, d will be 6, and here a will be 0, c will be 0. So you will be get finally u equals to 0, since a and b both are 0, and here c 0 or d is 6. So you will be get b 6 cos 0. This is the solution. Okay, for u equals to 0 or equals to v minus x, u equals to 0, you will get y equal to x. This is the curve u equal to 0, and there is a dependency on t for v. So for t equals to 0, this will be 6. For t equals to pi by 2, this will be minus x. So this can be varies in this region. Okay, in this region this will be varies. So this will be u cap, this will be v cap, I cap, and j cap. Clear? I think clear. For any query, you must comment in the comment box. Go to the next question. So that the angular moment of a system of particles split into two angular moment about the center of mass L0 and the angular moment of the center of about the center of mass. This is the about center of mass, and this is the angular moment of center of mass. Then prove this one, where the t is the uh, torque. This is dl dt. So angular momentum of the particle, if this is a ith particle, so its angular momentum is Ri cross Pi. So the total angular momentum of the system will be summation Ri cross Pi. So Ri will be equals to r vector plus Ri prime. This is the center of mass. This point is the center of mass. This is the center of mass. So about center of mass, so this r vector equal to r prime plus r. So if you take separate out, and this is nothing but the position with respect to center of mass. So this is the angular momentum with respect to center of mass, which is written as L0. And another part, this is r cross pi. So r is the constant taking out from the summation. So pi, so summation of pi is the total momentum of this body, right? So r cross p will gives you the angular moment of center of mass. So the angular moment of any body will equal to the angular moment of this body with respect to center of mass and the angular moment of center of mass. Okay, after that you need to prove this relation. So the torque tau equals to dl dt, and this can be written as r cross f. This is the ith particle, and summation gives you the total body, and this r will be written as the summation of this sum of this. So separate out, this gives you the uh, torque about the center of mass, and this is the torque of the center of mass. And in another way, you can write down this dl dt. L is the L0 plus LCM. Separate out, you will be get the equation. So after comparing this, T0 can be written as this, and TCM can be written as this. So this is the momentum, sorry, torque of the body with respect to center of mass, and this is the torque of the center of mass. Clear? Go to the next question. So that the following definition of the conservative force field are equivalent. So you need to show that these two are equivalent. For conservative force field, you know the work done is independent on path. For conservative force field, the work done is independent on path. So you can write the work done will be this. This is V2 minus V1. This can be written as any function. So the initial and final will be same. If the initial and final point will be same, this total work done will be 0, because these two are same. Now you can apply this Stokes theorem in vector identities. You know very well about the Stokes theorem. If you don't know, you can refer to the vector analysis solution of your Spiegel. Those supplementary solution are given in the our YouTube channel. You can watch there. So if you apply the Stokes theorem, you can say this F equal R cross S. So this part will be 0. So this is the proof of the first one, and you have the vector identity curl of grad phi will be 0. So if you compare these two, you can say this F equals to grad of phi. So these two are equivalent of the conservative force field. Go to the next question. So that the conservative force field at total energy is conserved. So you need to prove that the total energy of a conservative force field will be conserved. So for conservative force field, you know this will be grad phi. You can take minus for attractive force. So if you take minus, the work done will be like that. F dot will be d phi, because grad phi dot dr will gives you grad phi equal to this, and dr will be this. If you dot, this gives you dx, and that into dy, that into dz. If you get this will gives you d phi. So if you integrate, you will get minus phi 2 plus phi 1. And from work energy theorem, you know this work done will be equal to the change in kinetic energy. So this work done will be change in kinetic energy, final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. So if you rearrange, you can see here phi 1 plus t1, phi is the potential energy and t is the kinetic energy. So the total energy will be conserved. Go to the next question. A cylinder of rotating of symmetry with the measuring jet from the bottom along with this. So this is a cylinder where jet is measured from the bottom, and the rho density of this cylinder will be given is that rho 0 1 minus z by 2l, where rho 0 is the constant, l is the length of the cylinder. Calculate the moment of inertia of the cylinder about this axis. About this axis, we need to find out the moment of inertia of this body. So for that, we need to take a cross sectional disc of on the cylinder at jet with thickness dz. So you will get half dm r square. Half dm is like that, and r square, because dm is the pi, r square is the area, into dz is the thickness, into rho you will be get the volume. So this will be pi r to the power 4 by 2 0 to l this. So just calculating, you will be get this value. This can be alternatively you can prove, because where you put the formula for the moment of inertia of a disk, half m r square. So this can be also this can be without using this formula, we can also find out alternatively. If you take a small volume in the cylindrical coordinate system, this will gives you dr r d phi dz. If you don't know how this comes, you can refer to the previous lecture of the mechanics, which already uploaded in this channel. Okay, so the volume will, this is the volume, so mass will be rho into dv. So moment of inertia about this axis will be gives you, this is r, so dm r square. And after putting this value, you will be just integrate that r equals to change from r to capital R, and z equals to change to 0 to l, and phi change to 0 to 2 pi. If you get the same result as we obtained in previous, so you can choose any one as you like. Okay, go to the next one. Prove that the energy of a particle of m acted upon a central force given that. So energy will be this, you need to prove. So at first you can say this is there is a potential part, so this will be kinetic energy. So kinetic energy half m v square equal to v dot v, and this is the expression of velocity in polar coordinate system, in two-dimensional polar coordinate system. So this is the velocity term. So if you just dot, you will be get this, and r dot gives you, since r equals to 1 by u, so r dot dr dt, change interchange, you will be get. So this gives you whole square. So this is u to the power 4 du d theta square, and this r square, r is 1 by u. So this, so after taking common, you will get this expression. Just think about it, because l is the angular momentum, which is m omega r square, omega is theta dot, r square is 1 by u square. So this gives you l square by 2m u square du d theta whole square. So the total energy, this is the kinetic energy part, and the potential energy is vr. Clear? Go to the next one. Derive Kepler's third law. This can be proved easily, but for semiconductor, actually, if you wants to prove by this formula, that is the gmm by r square, this is the average value, will be m v square by r. You will be get, that is the v square equals to gm by r, right? This is the v. Now the time period is the 2 pi r, that is the period, by v. So this is 2 pi r by root under gm by r. So if you square both side, you will be get 2 pi, sorry, 4 pi square r square by gm by r. So 4 pi square by gm into r cube, right? So finally you get t square proportional to r cube in terms of this. So there is a mismatch. So this k actually depends not same for the planetary motion. For planetary motion, if we use this formula, there is a dependency on mass of the planet. You will be see here. Then this can be solved, but at this moment I cannot solve. There is some mismatch. Okay, go to the next question. This also cannot be solved at this moment. This is the another question, says that if s prime is the reference frame with respect to rotating frame, s is the angular velocity, prove that the arbitrary vector a. So for any arbitrary vector, the valid, this is for fixed frame and this is for rotating frame, and this is the omega cross a. Omega is the angular velocity of the rotating frame. Okay, from here you can see if this is I, the di dt will be the perpendicular with this I. So this is I, so this give you I sin theta. Since v equals to r omega, so di dt, v is the di dt will be the I, r is this is r is this I sin theta. So di d cap equal to omega cross I, because omega I sin theta equal to gives you this. Similarly dj dt gives you this, sorry, dj dt can be omega cross j and dk dt will be omega cross k. Now any arbitrary vector, a vector equal to x I cap, a y j cap and a z k cap. So at fixed a dA dt can be written as this derivative of this. So for that you will be get dAx dt into I cap and ax into di cap dt. So for every term you will be get two term, so total 6 term, and take these 3 term in the common, and for di dt you put omega cross I, dj dt you put omega cross j and so on. After putting omega is taken out, so you will get I cap ax, j cap ay, k cap az, which is a. So you can prove easily this formula. Go to the next one. Assuming that a rigid reference fixed frame on the earth set up the equation of motion of the frame of this. So this is the earth center taken as the fixed frame, and this frame is rotating, earth is rotating, so another frame which is rotating. This is rotate frame and this is the fixed frame. Okay, so for rotate frame and fixed frame you can know this formula, just proved previously. This formula we just written this as a fixed, f for fixed and r for rotating. So dr prime is the position vector with respect to s prime frame, and r vector is this origin of these two vector, and dr is the position vector of this with respect to s frame. Okay, so you can write this, and after putting this fixed will be rotate plus omega cross r. So this is the velocity with respect to fixed frame, this is the velocity of this frame, this is the velocity with respect to rotating frame, and omega cross r. If you derivative again, you will be get this term, and just rearrange them, you will be get. Okay, so under gravity the effective force can be written as m into ar. R is the rotating frame acceleration in the rotating frame, you will get this expression where this is the Coriolis force and this is the centripetal force. Go to the next one. There is two masses m1 and m2 move under the mutual interacting force acting along the line joining the position of two particles. Set up the equation of motion of the system and find an expression for the reduced mass. So this is two mass particle with position vector r1 and r2 where this is the separation vector. So you can write down this is the equation of motion of particle 1, mass into acceleration is the force of on this particle, in this is the external force. Similarly for second particle, this mass into acceleration is the internal internal force and this external force. So if you just multiply this by m2 and this is by m1 and just subtract, will be get this equation, and just rearranging, just step follows, just rearranging you will be get. So if you the external force will be 0, that is m1 m2 equal to 0, if you get this equation where mu is known as the reduced mass of this system. Clear? Go to the next question. So that a rigid body rotating a angular omega angular momentum L, the kinetic energy T is given this, so that this also. So if you take this is a body with any position, this is the Ri with mass mi, velocity vi. So you can say kinetic energy half mv square. This v square can be written as vi v dot v. So v is written as omega cross r, and if you rearrange into this is a box product, if you can rearrange you will be get this one. This omega is constant, you can take out from the summation, and this m is taken into inside, so m into vi is pi, r cross p is l, so summation of li is the l, so you get this expression. Now l is I omega, so l on that omega dot l, you can see omega dot l, you can see here that this is the summation form. So you can there is component, for component you can because there is a different 9 component, l is depends on that as well, so this can be written. Okay, go to the next question. Using Euler equation of motion so that the kinetic energy is conserved for the torque free motion. So these are the Euler equation of motion, and for torque free motion tau equal to 0, if put tau equals to 0, this will give you minus this, and if we interchange this you will get. So you got these three equation, and if you multiply the first one is omega x, the second one omega y, and third one omega z, and if you add them you will be get in the right hand side will give you 0, and this is nothing but the t kinetic energy. So dt this is error, this is t not x, t dt will be this time is be 0, so t will be conserved. Clear? Go to the next one. And if t equals to conserved, so you can say here that is dl dt will be 0, tau equals to 0, so the dl dt will be 0, so l equals to conserved, so l is I omega also. So the angular velocity omega is only precise about the angular momentum, since l and this omega is the same direction parallel, so this will be precise about this axis. Next question. Starting a string of length L, mass M attached in the wound around a horizontal flywheel having the shape of the solid cylinder of radius r. This is a solid cylinder with radius r and length L. As the mass depend upon the gravity string on wind and the mass acquired velocity v at the instant when the string detached from the file. Find the mass of the flywheel. So here you can say the energy conservation. This is the kinetic energy and this is the rotational energy will be the potential energy. And this is the rotational energy of this flywheel. So for flywheel about this axis, the moment of inertia half m r square. If you put and rearrange it, you will get the mass of this cylinder. Go to the next question. Derive an expression for the energy stored in the wire of radius r and length L fixed at the one end and twist at an angle of phi. If there is a wire and if twist at angle phi, so you can say here this length will be in this term, this is L theta, and in that term this is r phi. Okay, so theta will be r phi by L. So the tangential stress is the force into this area, this small area. This is r and this is dr, and this will be dx. So dr dx, f by dr dx. So modulus of rigidity equals to force per area by theta, this angle. Okay, so we will get this expression. So if we will get f, and after that we will get the work done, force into displacement r d theta. Okay, go to the next one. Derive Poisson's equation or rate of fluid through the narrative. For that you can check here, this pressure difference will be minus dp into x, and if you take in the tangential in terms of viscosity, you will be get this expression, because this is the, you can see here, say here, this is 2 pi r delta x eta dv dx. This is the area in coefficient of viscosity, and this is the velocity gradient. Okay, so just rearrange, you will be get this expression. Just check this one, and after rearranging the dp dx for in terms of pressure, and after equivalent this in terms of viscosity and the pressure difference, you will be get this velocity at the fluid at distance r. That means at distance r from the center, the velocity of the fluid will be given equation. After getting the velocity, you can find out the volume which transfer through this tube will be this 2 pi r dr, 2 pi r into dr. This is the cross section area into velocity will be the volume. After integrating, we will get this expression, that is the volume rate for fluid. And using this formula, you can find out the viscosity of this mathematics. You can check, this will be the answer. So for any query, you can comment in the comment box, and you can watch the previous solution which already uploaded in this channel. You can go through this channel, you can see here. This is all about me, and this is my contact details, and this is my YouTube channel details. Go to this channel, you will get others video which already uploaded. So take care, we will meet in the next video as soon as possible. Thank you.